Good morning, everybody. It's at 7:51 a.m. Happy Friday. Trying out a new filter. This is a filter on my phone. I like to not have. I was wondering, should I have a filter? I like to not have a filter and just kind of have like this one-on-one vibe. At least from my perspective, not necessarily from y'all's perspective, but for this casuality, for the sake of ease and casualness. Might have a filter, but I kind of like this filter. I think it matches my t-shirt. Anyway, happy Friday. How's it going? Long time to chit chat. I really, again, this week I don't have much politics for y'all. I feel a little bit like I should at least have something for y'all, but I have not continued my studies with this oil and natural gas and I guess Epstein. I haven't touched my Title 18 in a really long time now. I think probably since last year. It's April now. But I think I might get back on it. Which is centered around and has the backbone of this unsealed indictment of 2019. And in that unsealed indictment, it's I think 2004 to 2006, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 2002 to 2006. I don't know. So I might start that back up again. But two things that have been taking my time instead is this one I don't know what you call it, interior design app or whatever. You have this I think it's like Room something is the app title, and you basically have 3 turns to decide or figure out what goes where inside this space. Oh, they're not done. I don't know. It's somebody's job. It's basically like a floor plan of a house, a bedroom, a living room, kitchen, WIC, a walk-in closet. So it's a little app, and you play. Each level consists of 3 tries, and then you get coins, and then you get to build your own room and decorate it. I guess I'll put the name of the app in the info box. And 2, I've been reading. There's a Darwin. I haven't kept up with that as much as I would have liked, especially to share with y'all. But anyway, I've been reading fiction books. One I got at half price, and one was free little library. So those have been quite entertaining. But anyway, yeah, actually this week, even though I'm still not allowed to have access to a vehicle. Okay. 1, I cannot afford one, and 2, that's my mom's car, and she said I cannot drive it. I am not allowed. Okay. take a sip of coffee. 1 second. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, I've been shuttered in at 9107, right? And this past week, today's Friday. This past week, Kimmy was like, "I've got 2, maybe 3 late days," and usually now, usually that's she once a week she would have like a late day, and that's why I would go over to her house and let Indy out, her dog Indy, and she always had meals prepped, really good food. So I would eat her food that she meal prep, and I would also clean to like help and stuff. But I haven't done that since December 18th. But I did do that this week, and my mom dropped me off and she picked me up. She decided the hours and all of that. But yeah, she had an extra days where she had to stay late. So I said, you know what? I haven't cleaned her house in a while. Another car drives by. I'm sure it's because they're very busy and they got someplace to go and they got all their bills paid. Anyway, allegedly. Should I say allegedly for that too, or no? Just if it's something a little incendiary, that's when you say allegedly. If it's something that's a compliment, like, oh, you pay your bills, allegedly. Probably, allegedly. Anyway, so yeah, I finally went over to Kimmy's house and I cleaned a bit, hung out with her. It was from 9 to 3, I guess. Tracy was off that day, so I didn't have to, or we didn't have to work around her Michael's schedule. And oddly enough, because I don't use the car, my mom's been taking Tracy and picking her up from her work at Michael's at the Rim. And so it turns out, on Tuesday I went to Kimmy's. I said, I like going out. I don't like being stuck in this house. I could do it, but maybe just for a little bit, have my mom drive me places to get out the house a little bit. Not be stuck in this neighborhood for December, January, February, March for like almost 5 months. There's a house for sale across the street. It's luxury real estate, and they drive Teslas. Anyway, I know y'all probably got to see a lot of Teslas on Warriors Creek, but the house right outside, there's 3 houses outside my bedroom window that I can see, and the one that I actually got along with, the house for sale, luxury real estate. Okay, cool. That's not 9107. I'll tell you what. It was a renovation, a flip. Anyway, so went out Tuesday. I think we went out Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Friday. Tracy works today. I think she worked on Wednesday too. But I've been going with my mom to drop Tracy off, and then we've been going to like Home Goods every day. We went to Home Goods Wednesday and Thursday. So she had her eye on this lemon situation. So spent some time at Home Goods. Nobody recognized me. First we went to the one at the Rim, and then we went to the one at 281 if you're in San Antonio. The one on 281 is new. There didn't used to be a Home Goods on the 281 of the quarry, but now there is. Oh my god. Some more ducks. I think they're ducks. They had long beaks. So anyway, I just think it's interesting because I think the rim here in San Antonio around, I guess around Fiesta time, it's around Fiesta time. Fiesta time is around Easter time. It fluctuates, changes, not according to any sort of like religious calendar or anything, Fiesta, but just, I don't know. I guess whenever the commission decides to have it that year, I don't know. But anyway, there's like a San Antonio Express News has like a reader's choice. You vote what you think the best whatever is. Like they have thrift shop, restaurant, you name it. And so the results get published, I guess, around Fiesta time. I guess they do that so people can try out new things when they go for Fiesta. I think it's like 2 weeks or something. And they said the best shopping center was the Rim, which I think is so. They're building this new highway. There's a lot. I can be very conspiratorial, very stuff like that. I'm thinking of another C word where you don't have all the information, but it escapes me. But anyway, La Cantera used to be the very high-end shopping outlet, and for some reason it's the Rim now. It's got Home Goods. La Cantera never had a Home Goods. Home Goods is like Home Goods, TJ Maxx. Nothing against it or anything, but it's like a it's not really a specialty shop. It's kind of like a Walmart. Things are cheaper, and that's why you go there. So I don't know. I'm aware of these things because all this post-COVID, in my opinion, post-COVID, there's been a lot of infrastructure situation. COVID was in 2020. It is now April 2026. They have one of those cars for sale, in case you're wondering. You can buy one of their cars. It's red, and it has their anime website on it. So it's for sale, in case you're wondering. Has their number on the back for the for sale sign. So anyway, yeah, I just think it's a bit kind of like, what is going on where the Rim is ranked higher than La Cantera? If you're not from San Antonio, if you're just moved here post-COVID pandemic, you wouldn't know, but I'm just kind of very aware of these things because of the situation I'm in. Okay. But anyway, been to Home Goods. It feels like almost every day this week. Every time I left the house, I've been to Home Goods. Except of course when I went to Kimmy's on Tuesday. I think is what I'm trying to say. My mom wanted a lemon tree decoration. So, anyway, what's been going on with me here in this back alley, which is not a famous back alley. Okay, if somebody asks you a question and your multiple choice answer is A, yes, or B, no, is this back alley a famous back alley? The correct answer would be B, no. Okay? Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking about starting up my Epstein, my oil and gas. Situation research papers I have printed out. The oil and gas is, of course, a Texas statute. Oh, there is a Tesla. All the new neighbors have Teslas. There is a dealership here in San Antonio. I think there's two, actually. I don't know how many dealerships are in Austin, where I think he manufactures the Teslas. So, anyway, I think the astronauts, Artemis 2, I think is SpaceX. So, anyway. Oh, and unfortunately, Clown Gabbard still has her title as Director of National Intelligence. She has no problems voicing this, tweeting, Xing this about Iran and stuff like that. Maybe just Iran. I don't think she's tweeted anything about like Pakistan, Lebanon, and stuff like that. But nothing about Epstein. Melania had a statement yesterday, and it's been all over the news. So I've seen. I'm not sure what spurred that on. These accusations, it seems, I think obvious as far as strategy. The timing, obviously, Pam Bondi's out because of her handling of the Epstein files, and as she should be, in my opinion. And I'm wondering why this is not something that the current Director of National Intelligence, Clown Gabbard, who does not go after her political opponents, because wasn't she on the TSA watch list? I'm just wondering, because the TSA, I know there's been like this DHS funding situation. Was it before Noem got ousted or after? Well, there's this Department of Homeland Security funding situation, and the TSA has gotten involved. I don't see I have access to a lot of stuff, but I saw it in the Biden administration that I think she was on something about she was on the Quiet Skies TSA watch list or something like that. So it's a good thing she doesn't go after her political opponents. I think the fact that her current employer is Donald J. Trump is proof of that, right? It was very much a political opponent post-COVID or pre-COVID pandemic. Anyway, I like to say pandemic because I think it was globally, right? Globally. It wasn't just in North America. So, anyway, you would think how on earth would this Epstein mess not reach her desk, being the current Director of National Intelligence. So yeah, allegedly I saw an article and some rumblings on the internet that she was being watched every time she flew. I don't know if that's true. I also heard that she resigned from her position, but I guess that wasn't true because she's still tweeting and stuff as Director of National Intelligence. So, is this a famous back alley? The correct answer is B. No, it's not. Okay? This is not famous. Okay? anyway, what else been going on? I feel like half the time I'm talking to all y'all, and then the other half of the time I have to like be strict about things. I'm setting a boundary, okay? That's what Kimmy says when Gypsy and Banjo are playing. Gypsy's a very playful dog, and Banjo barks at her, and then Kimmy's like, Banjo's setting a boundary. I'm setting a boundary, okay? And I think I'm being smart about things. So. Yeah, home goods every day this week. Feels like I got to go out of the house, but I had to go to make a stop at Home Goods to reiterate this non-thing. Diagnosed schizophrenic. Maybe marijuana induced, maybe not. The timing on that is weird. So. Strait of Hormuz. That's why all our gas prices are high. Our gas prices are high, and then apparently Iran might be having some sort of toll to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. A lot of money being made. I think there's a ceasefire in Ukraine and Russian war. I don't know if I read that correctly. I went on Twitter this morning. So what am I going to talk about in my video today? Since I didn't do any of my research this week. It wasn't much on Twitter. Oh, the San Antonio Zoo is expanding. They got a new train. They say it's a military train. Hopefully it's more comfortable than the other one. The other one is kind of snug. So, military appreciation, because San Antonio is a military city, USA, often referred to as. I think there's like 6 bases here or something like that. And my mom keeps talking about like they're closing them down. Maybe I should look into that. Closing down the military bases. San Antonio is no longer going to be military city, USA. Huh. I wonder what caused that. You know, because they say, oh, inflation is high. So why are they closing down so many military bases in San Antonio? What's the cause and effect? Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve Chair. Not your department. Okay. I guess I'll have to find somebody else to ask. If that's true. My mom talks about it intermittently. Take that for what you will. She got a new lemon tree. She had one, and then the next day we had to go and exchange it. She returned that one and then bought another one. Anyway. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. 1 second. And in case you're wondering, you know, I go like this a lot. Right, but I just want you to know, like, this situation over here used to be really bad. Like, post-COVID pandemic, 2021, I say. People might say different. But this situation over here on this side of the back alley, like right, this fence right here on this side, has gotten better. They like wave to me now, and when they're out, and I don't wave back or anything. I just wait. I give them their space. I said, Banjo, don't go in her yard. Okay? She's not gonna call the cops, and she's really not gonna call the cops because I tell Banjo, don't go in her yard. But this has gotten a lot better. This is really just my only issue. This side. Let's see. Every time I see them, they wave, they be friendly, they give me my space. Yesterday, she was going into the house. She was getting stuff from her car, and then she went to the house. And she said, "Come on, let's go." She heard her own dog. Banjo's out for his walk. You gotta go outside. I'm like, oh. I wonder what that means. As far as earphones, it's give or take. But for the most part, it's been quiet. 95% of the time, very quiet with earphones. So, just kind of a lot of new stuff going on. Seems to be the issue. Oh, but those two houses over there that recently got sold for sale and then sold, haven't had much of an issue over there either. I've been seeing a lot of new people, and I'm just like, I think maybe they don't live in those houses. It's just new people getting a new route or something. But anyway, this is if you want to know. I think we're good on this side. It's just this side. This one deal. Oh, and just so you know, they haven't recognized me as a celebrity and public figure, but they have recognized me as their neighbor for this side. And Banjo too. So. A nice to Banjo. So it's good. Anyway. What else I got going on? Any new movies out? It's been a long time since I've been to the movies. Tracy went and saw the Scream movie. Other than that, I have zero idea of what movies are out. I've been watching this show on Netflix. It's called like No S4A something. It's about these children in Christmas land. It's like a horror, or should I say thriller. And they have these different abilities. It's a science fiction, or maybe it's fantasy. It's not really science fiction. And I think if you're a stickler between the two, I think it's more fantasy thriller. Yeah, I don't think it's science fiction. But I don't know why. Just have to keep up with that show. What's gonna happen to the wreath in Christmas land? So I haven't been seeing any movies, but I've gotten that Skinny Pop popcorn at HEB, the brand. So I've been eating my popcorn and watching that show on Netflix. When I have the house to myself. When my mom's out and about and Tracy's out and about. So, ooh, I get the TV in the living room. I have a TV in my room, but for some reason I can't get the password right. I have Hulu. Sometimes I watch it, sometimes I don't. So I mainly just watch cable news in my room and Forensic Files, because technically, according to the, I guess, the Spectrum, we have Spectrum, I think. Forensic Files is in the news category, so. Anyway. Yeah, so no new movies. If you have any movie suggestions, I guess maybe feel free to let others know in the conversation. Anything else going on? Oh, Fiesta here. I'll just continue to tell y'all about me. Oh, Fiesta's here in San Antonio. Technically, it's next week. Also on next, I think, Wednesday. this coming Wednesday. There's this the day before Fiesta or whatever is they have this event at the Witty where they have like dancers and free food and drink. So we usually go there to start with Fiesta. I think it's free for members or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. So, oh, and unfortunately, my sister Kimmy, she has solidified the dates for this, her being out of town in June. I think it's June 21st to June 25th or whatever. It's like 4 days that she's out of town. A work travel trip. I think she's going to Michigan, Detroit. Her last work trip was in Florida. I stayed at her house and she went to a hockey game and she got this cool sweatshirt to whatever hockey is there. I forget the names and all that, but it was like a crop top sweater. I think Kimmy is so funny. I go to her house because she lets me, and I go through her closet and she has tons of crop tops. I'm like, oh, I don't want to wear a crop top. That is pre-COVID pandemic Michelle wearing crop tops. Post-COVID pandemic Michelle does not wear a crop top. Okay? I stuff in my shirt and that's the most crop top you're gonna get. I haven't even been in a swimsuit, not a bathing suit or swimming suit. That's Gypsy. She said good morning. Gypsy's been a really, really good dog, in case you're wondering. Very well behaved. I told her I sit in the chair in the living room, and she does this thing where she sits in my lap, and she's a big dog, so she's like, I'm sitting, and she's like right here. And she does this thing where she does this trust fall, and she sits in my lap, and she falls back, and I have to catch her. I said, Gypsy, you finally learned how to be such a good dog. Anyway, it's so cute and fun what she does. I don't know how she learned to do it, but she just does it. She sits in my lap and she trust falls. Anyway, what else is new? Yeah, haven't been swimming like as a workout. Haven't been swimming like a leisure activity. Sunbathing. Maybe on my honeymoon. Okay. But yeah, this is choice B. Not a famous back alley. This is not famous. Okay. The correct answer is no. I'm not famous. Anyway. Yeah, next Wednesday is Fiesta. April 15th, the Fiesta event at the Witty. Where nobody's gonna recognize me, probably. They didn't recognize me at the zoo. Why would they recognize me at the Witty? And then June 20th for 4 days is Kimmy's out of town, I think in Detroit, Michigan. She said she wanted to maybe go see a baseball game. So I think it's Detroit. She said I think it's definitely Michigan, because my sister Tracy says, are you gonna visit Governor Whitmer? Tracy's so funny that way. Kimmy said no. But anyway, a baseball game in June. Usually that means I'll be here, and then I have to like come back here after the gym. Arrived back for that very disappointing trek home. But anyway, 35 minutes. Okay. Well, I guess we've chit-chatted long enough. I filled y'all in on what's going on with me. Plan on making a tarot card reading on Sunday. And, the accusations about Melania, I think, are ill-founded and definitely a lot of political strategy at play. And I would say you're stupid for doing so. That would be my opinion. And the reasons for which I think should be obvious. If you're in that arena. If you're not in that arena, that's fine. You're probably too busy living your own life, trying to be happy. Okay? But if you are in that arena, I would say it's very obvious reasons why that is a stupid idea to do. Anyway. Yeah, but other than that, I filled out what's going on with me. Obviously, it's 9107 Rustler's Creek Living. Not famous, never been filmed. That never happened. Another year goes by and just supposed to forget. Or pretend. One of the two. But also at the same time, underlying structure is to silently acknowledge it. For the power dynamic acknowledgement. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Happy Friday. I hope you're enjoying your lives. I'm doing my best here, okay? And I'll talk to you later.